Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of the CostofCarry podcast. Let's get started. Upgrading your home in a strong market. While it's nice to be selling when markets are strong, this can also cause a number of issues for those who are needing to sell their home before trying to buy another. We would see this commonly with upgraders and downgraders, who might be at the time in their lives when they need more space for the family or, on the flip side, would like a smaller home that requires less maintenance as they get older. Both sets of potential buyers will likely need to sell their own property before making an offer on another one. This can be a tricky situation to navigate, and it's important to consider a number of factors when trying to sell. Appraise your current home. The first thing you need to get a clear understanding of is just how much your current home is worth. In a seller's market, prices can move quickly, so even in the space of 3 months, your property might have gained significant value. It's always good to get multiple opinions from the leading sales agents in your area, as they are on the pulse of what is selling. They can also give you a very clear idea of how fast your home might sell and also whether the property type is what buyers in that area are looking for. Look to auction. There's no doubt that if you want to get the most you can for your property, auction is the best option in a hot market. Auctions are most effective when there are multiple interested parties who are prepared to bid against one another. However, if you need more flexibility around the terms, such as settlement, then it might be worth considering selling by private treaty. That could come at the cost of extracting the very best price. Longer settlements. If you need time to buy a home after selling, then it's well worth pushing for a longer settlement period on your own property. It's possible to get 4-month settlement periods, and you will likely need that time to go through the buying process. Bridging loans. If you are looking to sell, but really want to buy a certain property, there are options to consider, such as a bridging loan. These loans often come with higher interest rates but can be a useful way to get the best of both worlds. Given that the property market is strong, the odds of selling your home go up. You just don't have that certainty when you have already sold your property. Pre-approval. What you can do is start talking to a mortgage broker about what your finance options are like, and in some cases, it will be possible to get a pre-approval together. A pre-approval in conjunction with a good appraisal of your current property will give you a clear idea of how much you can afford to spend in the future. Even if you're starting out the selling process, it is well worth getting a good understanding of how much you can potentially spend and start monitoring the market. And that concludes this episode of the CostofCarry podcast. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode.